here we go. John is going to take it away, and it looks like it's going to be a great presentation. Here we go, John.
Thank you, Mark. Today we're going to talk about communicating to partner after your partner opens and there's a double. How do we communicate our hand to partner? So better example. It goes one spade by your partner. Double. If you have 10 high card points as the responder, redouble. Communicate to partner. This is our hand. You have an opening hand and I have at least 10 high card points. I can't tell you how often I've had some partners that have done this and they've got an opening hand. Well, I want to communicate to you, I have a spade suit. No, what you're communicating to me is, yes, you have 4 spades, but you do not have 10 high card points. Because if you had 10 high card points, you would have redoubled. Bidding is about communicating.
No, I have some at home.
Oh, hang on. Someone's talking.
Does it look really good?
And mute.
Okay, then don't get any.
So what does one spade
Okay,
mean?
bye.
One spade in this particular case says, partner, I have at least 4 spades, but I do not have 10 points.
Like 6 to 9.
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, going back to our first example, whoops, what does that show? Because of the double, this does not show 10 points. This is one of the few times, and there's like 3 or 4 of them. I don't have to worry about the other ones. But this is one of the few times that when you bid at the 2 level, you don't have 10 points. Bidding is about communicating. So what I am communicating to you, partner, is I have at least 5 hearts, but I have 6 to 9 points. And you can't lie about the major. So in that particular case, you are guaranteeing at least 5 hearts. Here, I might only have 4 clubs. I'm just communicating to you, partner, I'm not broke. I have 6 to 9 points. I don't have 10 points, and you 100% do not have 3 spades. If you have 3 spades and 6 to 9 points, support with support. If you don't bid it now, there's no way you can communicate to partner that you have support, that you have 3 spades. There's no bid that you can make. If you would bid there is no way that shows 3 spades. That just says, partner, I like spades better than diamonds. It's simply a preference. So we have a way to show partner, I have a minimum hand. And if you, but I have 3 card support with you. Minimum meaning I have 6 to 9 points. And if you have support, but you've got 10 points, still redouble. You can show your support later. First thing is to communicate to partner number 1, this is our hand. I've got 10 points, you have an opening hand. I'm not saying we're going to game, but this is our hand. So it's so important. Again, bidding is about communicating. So it's important to communicate your hand to your partner.
So I'm just gonna kind of quick summarize. So if you don't redouble, all right, you've got less than 10.
Right, you got 6 to 9.
Okay,
Now. Real quick, not super quick, but whatever. The advancer, and everybody's got a name at the table, folks, and it changes every hand. The one spade bidder is the opener. The doubler is the overcaller. The partner of the opener is called the responder. And the partner of the overcaller is called the advancer.
my name seems to stay the same as dummy. Or is that just when I play with Lisa?
I was gonna say that's just between, I thought that was between you, Lisa, and I, but that's okay, Mark.
All right.
So the advancer, again, when we get something like this, can the advancer have much? Not really. I mean, the opener's got an opening hand. Yes, there can be some distribution involved, but let's just assume they've got 13 points. The doubler's got 13 points. That's 26. The responder who redoubled has got 10. That's 36. It doesn't leave much for the advancer. So what would that mean? Partner, I have a preference for diamonds. We are not getting this contract. We're not going to get the contract. Why? Because the opponents have got the majority of the points. So I'm giving you a preference, and I'll show you an example of what I mean by that in a second. What does that mean? Partner, I don't have a preference, meaning you can bid any suit you want. So when the opener passes, whoops, 23 clubs. You bid clubs, I'm okay with that. If you bid hearts, I'm okay with that. You bid diamonds, I'm okay with that. So in essence, you're not going to get stuck. Now, let me give you a quick example. And the bidding goes one heart, double, redouble, and this is your hand above. You have 0 points. You have 2 spades, 4 hearts, 2 diamonds, and 5 clubs. You definitely have a preference for clubs between the 3 unbid suits. So just bid it. Again, you're not going to get the contract, folks. 99.9% of the time, you're not going to get the contract. Your opponents are going to, again, they might not bid game, but they're going to get the contract. So what's an example of something that you don't have a preference?
That last one was big, everybody. That's one of those I hear all the time. Well, I don't have any points. I don't want to bid, but that's a huge time that you have to bid there. Partner needs to know you have a preference.
Okay, again, we got that 1 heart bid, double, redouble. I got 3 hearts, but I got 3 spades, 3 diamonds, and 4 clubs. I do not have a specific preference for the 3 unbid suits. So just pass. Saying, partner, if it comes around to you, bid your longest suit.
Yeah, you could even have more points here.
Oh yeah,
Certainly.
I mean, even if you've got, again, the most amount of points that you're probably going to
Yeah.
have is probably 6,
Right. Yeah.
and that's highly unusual. I mean, it might be. I mean, you might have a few more if, let's say, the opener happens to be in 3rd seat and they opened up light and whatever. But most of the time, you as the advancer are going to have under 4 or more, or 4 or less.
Right.
So again, the bottom line is you as the advancer can't have much. So all you are doing is saying, partner, I have a preference for this suit, or I don't have a preference. So now if you bid diamonds, fine. Now they'll bid whatever. And again, the opponents are going to be getting the contract. So 2 things to get out of this is, how do we communicate as the responder? And to summarize, if you after a double, if you have 10 or more high card points, you redouble. Automatic. Support or no support. If you have 6 to 9 points, you bid accordingly. Partner, just because I'm bidding at the 2 level doesn't mean I got 10 points. I've been to John Pereles' class. Nope. I'm communicating to you. I got something, 6 to 9, but I might only have 4 diamonds. You got to have 4.
So
you
what
don't
would
need
you,
5.
what would you play 3 diamonds as there, John?
Okay, that was the next one, Mark. Checks in the mail. Weak. Partner, I have 6 or more diamonds, but I have a hand that's worth less than 6 points. When you jump over the opponents, and that includes a double, that's weak. Now that's a partnership agreement, but that's
The way
what
most people play.
play.
Yeah, right. Mhm.
And that's what I suggest. Is that one thing I get asked a lot is, well, do you play certain conventions over interference? And 99.999% of the time, the answer is no, I don't. If there's interference, all the conventions are off. So here I have 3 ways of showing, if I've got a diamond suit, say like in the first example, I have 3 ways of showing you my hand, partner. First hand, I've got 10 points or more. Second one, I've got 6 to 9 points. And the third one, here you've got to have not just 4, you got to have 6. But I have a weak hand, partner.
Yeah, it's trying to put pressure on that advancer to maybe not, get them to find their fit.
Well, I respectfully disagree. Only from the standpoint of, again, as I mentioned earlier, even if the advancer bids a suit. So let's say it goes like this.
No, I meant the 3 diamonds. Now they got to stick their neck out at 3 hearts or 4 clubs.
Well, but again, the advancer can't have many points.
Right.
Again, the point of the advancer bidding is just to show a preference. Now, overcallers, please do not penalize your partner. This is never a bid. Your partner can't have many points.
Yep.
Don't penalize them and go, oh, great, you've got diamonds. So do I. Ka-ching.
Yeah, you already
Because
told me you
now-
had diamonds with a double.
Now comes the hammer.
Yep.
Great. Oh, thanks, guys. Glad you guys found your diamond fit. We got everything else. So bidding is, again, about communicating. This is not communicating, partner, I got something here. This is simply saying, partner, I have a preference for this suit.
I have
That's
a
all.
specific question,
Yes, ma'am.
because I think I was playing against you.
Okay.
I
Well,
was,
let's
I
not,
was,
bring,
I was
go ahead.
pausing and I was thinking, and I had just a rotten hand, but I had a boatload of hearts. And you guys ended up in hearts. And I knew my partner had a few points, and I wanted to double, and I thought I'd chase you to a different suit.
Well, in answer to that, Margaret, when do you penalize as far as a double? If you know that the opponents have no place to run,
You did.
and then you don't want to double.
I didn't.
Good girl. Because I remember I was kibitzing a hand one time, and They had a spade fit. And they went slamming in spades. And unfortunately had a terrible split. And they ended up in 6 spades. And this person doubles. And then that person just calmly bid 6 no trump, which can't be touched.
Yep.
So as long as you brought it up, Margaret, the time that you want to double for penalty is when you know the opponents have no place to run to.
John,
Otherwise, just sit back quietly.
And clobber them.
There you go. Because another thing that you don't want to do is keep in mind, another thing you do when you double, if you have a questionable double, is you've just now communicated to the opponents, play me for the trump suit.
Yeah, I didn't want you to do that.
There you
Right.
go. Good going. Good
Yep.
going.
So was there
So
another question?
I have a question. When do you let the redouble stand, or do you ever?
it'll never happen.
Okay,
If it goes like this, the overcaller is going to bid something, Susan.
okay.
And the purpose of, good question though. So the purpose of the advancer is to help the overcaller out. Partner, I don't have a preference, so just go ahead and bid your longest suit. Again, let's say they bid 2 diamonds. That ain't happening. They aren't buying, you're not buying the contract. Either the
Well,
either the opener or the responder is going to be bidding something.
So the redouble by responder forces the overcaller to bid if everything is passed.
Correct. And what we as the opener, if it goes like this, again, bidding is about communicating. If all you've got is 5 spades and you've got nothing else to say, just pass, communicate that to partner. But if you have a strong hand or you have a distributional hand, then bid your hand accordingly. Bidding is
So
about
what is the-
communicating. I can't
what
stress
does
it
the-
enough.
What does
Sorry?
the bid stand at right now? Because is 1 spade doubles 2 spades? And is 2 spade doubles 4 spades?
1 spade doubled, redoubled is 4 spades, correct. That's why
They're gonna bid
they're
because
gonna
it's
bid
gonna,
something.
yeah, that's why they're
Okay.
gonna bid something. Yeah, because they can make game points for only having to get 7 tricks.
Right.
Yeah, all right,
Right.
we gotta wrap it up. We got a game to play. So
That's-
thanks, John. Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you, John.
And
Thank you,
let's
thank you.
have fun, everybody.
You are welcome. Have fun, folks.